welcome to Working Dragon Mystic, where we discuss real metaphysical and occult knowledge so that you can manifest real and tangible results in your life. This week, continuing our Kitchen Magic series, we're actually going to discuss one of my favorite beverages, rum. But before we jump into that, Bob, do the thing.
Well, hello there, seekers and prospective dabblers alike. I'm sure many of you have likely heard this before, but the Dark Roast Monster here is having me read this before I can go back to what I was doing, so please bear with me. Please consider supporting Drake and everything he is working on by utilizing the YouTube memberships. For each tier of said memberships, you may find that you unlock additional perks, such as private live streams, monthly spell workings, and others. Also, feel free to peruse some of our merchandise on our shop's page. We have t-shirts, towels, mugs, and many other items and garments, each with their own bit of art on them, like the Draconic Rulers and the Dragon's Eye Seal. We also have this one hosting regular live streams on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're one admin I'm thinking of in particular, remember to convert the time zone and set an alarm. At these streams, you can listen in on Drake's latest work, ask him questions, and generally have a decently thought-out discussion. For those looking for a more long-term involvement with the community, others to talk shop with, or peers to learn and develop alongside, please check out our community on Guilded. There, you'll find a variety of different people and different cultures and practices, and in one of the admin's case, a wonderful use of the mute button. I mean, that blonde one just, when he goes on a rant, he just goes, and doesn't stop. I mean, does he ever shut... What? Oh, okay, fine. On topic. For all interested in set, easy-to-follow courses on magic and its many facets, take a look at Drake's online school on teachable.com. Here, he hosts a steadily growing roster of courses on different topics of magic. If you find that you don't see something that you're looking for, let us know. We'll try to find it or incorporate it in the future. From beginner to learned adept, all should find something that they didn't know prior. Links for everything I've mentioned in the description below.
Okay, so not long ago we did a video on the magical properties of whiskey, and I actually got some good responses and good reviews on that video, and a lot of people did indeed ask me to do rum. I'll be honest with you, I do enjoy whiskey, but I have a soft spot in my heart for rum. In fact, I think a lot of people do. Is it just because it's good? Is it because it relates to pirates? There's so many different reasons and whatnot. Or is it just because most people's introduction to rum is usually through sweet drinks? In fact, I believe Bob had himself one over there. But when it comes to magic and these beverages and how we might use them, whether we drink them or just use them as offerings or use them to dress our candles and whatnot, takes on a different perspective, doesn't it? Now, let's talk real quick about the magical properties of rum. I actually do really like rum and magic. Its properties are actually prosperity, relationships, clarity, love, strength, and connections. Now, I really find these interesting because, well, when we think of pirates and we think of rum, we really don't think of clarity, do we? No. I'm not sure too many people would actually contemplate the love aspect either, especially if you've seen any of the shots of Tortuga from the movies, or even The Ride, let's be honest with you. Prosperity, though, I do see prosperity, because let's be honest, a lot of sailors were merchants, plain and simple. Prosperity, merchant work, that kind of fits. Now, relationships. This one, it's an interesting one for me. I do have to admit, if I'm doing relationship magic, rum really does a great job. It does. I'm not really sure why. I did have one associate who theorized that rum is at the heart of so many social drinks that we know, and so many people do enjoy it because it is on that sweeter side. It's a lot easier for some people to approach than, say, a smoky scotch. And it just kind of draws people together. And let us not forget the rum and coke. Possibly one of the biggest drinks ordered around colleges, at least in my generation. I don't know if it's still kicking. Yeah, could be there. Now, strength and connections. These I see. Rum has always had a connection with the working class, the strong-back class, the hard workers, sailors, dock workers, farm workers, laborers, and the such. For both its positive and its negative history, it has always had a connection there. And for connections, it has always been, when we're talking connections in general, rum has always been one of those that we see in social settings a lot. Whether it's tailgating, parties. I even know a lot of sailors who discuss it as being the core drink that they would get when they would just sit and talk with friends at night. So I do see the connection on that. And I gotta admit, when it comes to friendship building and whatnots, I find rum really does work. I know one individual, like me, he moves a lot, but he likes to have a local circle of friends. And he will definitely go out, order rum, and put his intent and focus on the rum, and essentially make a friendship potion out of it so that he can draw friends, people who will be good friends to him in this area to him. And that's a really great use for it, if you ask me. He's also said that he will focus that when he's at home alone, also, to boost it. He also told me that when he makes a drink for somebody that they're developing that friendship, that he puts the intent that should this person be a good friend in the future, let this friendship grow. I like that. I also like how he states it. Oh, and I apologize. Apparently, I turn on the camera and here they go making noise. How dare they interrupt the rum, right? But there's rum. Okay. I love the way he phrases it because he specifically is stating that he wants to grow this if it's going to be a good friendship. I've seen way too many people seek a solid friendship with what isn't a good friend. They're going to be bad for us. We've all had them. So I do like how he does that. And I honestly have to admit, everywhere he goes, he ends up with a really good circle of local friends. So he's doing a great job. Now for me, when it comes to rum, I tend to focus on strength and prosperity. I really do. Those are the ones I enjoy. I don't know why, but I do. And I have found it very, very, very useful in my life for those things. Now, for those who like elemental associations, rum is heavily associated with water, which, makes sense. You got that prosperity, you got that emotional side in there. It makes good sense. And again, I apologize about the noise. Hopefully the camera's not picking it up. A lot of people use it in money spells, which makes sense because of the prosperity of it. Another area that people have used rum is apparently it's pretty good in underhanded works of magic. So if you're trying to be sneaky, perhaps baneful magic, perhaps a curse, perhaps tripping someone up, perhaps misdirecting someone, it tends to really work. And I've tried to do more research over the years on this, and not a lot of people tend to nail down what they mean when they say underhanded magic. But so for my personal experimentations, I've tried it in a few areas of, binding a person and tripping them up. I find it works really great in tripping people up and misdirecting it. I really do. And now I would say most alcohol can be used in these particular spells. But I have found rum seems to work a little better at the very least. So it does seem to have a penchant for this. Misleading or tripping a person up and getting them off track. How one would use this and why would be up to the individual. There are ways you could use it that I would see very morally wrong. There are ways that you could use it where it could be very just and perhaps the right way. But as we discussed in another video, right and wrong, that's going to be based on the person. The video was on honor, but a person has to know who they are and where they stand. So I'm not going to sit here and throw shade on what you figure is underhanded, what you figure is just, what you figure is right or wrong. Honestly, that's going to come down to an individual basis in our practice. And we're here, talking about rum. And we're going to try and focus on the good things. Just because, let's say, at the end of the day, if we can all get along and enjoy a drink together, life's going to be a little bit better, in my opinion. Now, some of you will probably notice this is a dark rum I'm sipping on here. These associations go for rum. Dark rum, white rum, spiced rum, gold rum, Jamaican rum, black rums. Believe me, rum is a confusing category. I'm not even going to pretend I understand the rum category. But I do understand that there are rums I enjoy. There are rums I like. And those are the ones I get. I always try a new rum occasionally here and there just to, when I can find one. At this current time where I'm at and where I purchase my rum, I've about tried every one that they currently carry, so I know which ones I like and which ones I don't. As to which one I usually buy, it's usually based on A, what's on the shelf, and B, what's on sale. And if nothing's on sale and they have everything, then that's when it gets tricky. Luckily, rarely is that their shelf actually full all the time. So I usually go with a process of elimination, and that nicely rotates what I get on occasion. Anyways, those are some uses for your rum, and I do encourage you to get out there and try some. Learn, maybe explore some cocktails. If in fact, maybe that's something we can do on this channel is look into like cocktail style kitchen witchery and how you might be able to apply mixing a cocktail to your magic. If anyone already has an idea to this, by all means share it below. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I usually tend to drink my drinks on the neat side over ice. I don't usually do too many mixers. But that would be an interesting area to explore here on the Kitchen Witch playlist and talk about. Because let's be honest, I know not everyone drinks. I try not to drink a lot, as I've spoken of before. But cocktails are very much a part of human culture now. Very simple. So I think exploring that aspect and exploring how we could utilize it in magic, just above and beyond just the individual spirit itself, might be an interesting road to go. So if any of you all would be interested in that, let me know in the comments below. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish my beverage and get back to work. You all have a wonderful day. And until next time, I'm Drake. This has been Working Dragon Mystic. Take care. Bye-bye.